Where does UO President shill Facebook, Instagram, politics, and memes intersect? In the one place they can, meme pages. In June, during the rise of the Black Lives Matter movement, UO students turned to Facebook and Instagram meme pages to channel their frustrations with COVID-19 and politics. If you're a UO student who's been sent an oddly specific meme about Eugene or UO, it probably came from Edgy Memes for University of Oregon Green Teens Facebook group, or at EdgyUO on Instagram. When the Facebook and Instagram pages were first set up, the creators had no idea they would eventually be overseeing and moderating political content. 2020 grad Nathan Shapiro created the Facebook group in 2016 as a gag, modeled after other popular meme pages and groups from other universities like UC Berkeley and UCLA. He added his friends and made them moderators, but only he and Tyler Cardiol, a 2019 graduate, actively moderate. One of the Facebook group's original rules was to not have any political content, only allowing non-political memes. However, memes became increasingly political when the Black Lives Matter movement started to gain traction around the country, with local protests and marches inspiring members to speak up. The non-political content rule was heavily contested after the removal of a post about Black Lives Matter. Cardiol said people disagreed with his decision because at the time, there were no other places for them to collectively discuss the movement due to COVID-19 limitations. He and Shapiro eventually changed the group's rule to allow non-meme related content, but under the condition they run the content through them first. I have Shapiro here to catch me up on what's been happening in the Facebook group from the beginning of spring to now.
A lot of it started about the hand washing stations that were thrown all around campus. It was very COVID specific at first. There was even a vent thread in one of the comments about people talking about why they were disappointed about everything being canceled, and then there was some criticism of the UO's policy about closing the campus, and then when it eventually got closed, it was all just about the horrors of being in lockdown and all of that. Now it's just sort of become about criticizing the school's reopening of on-campus housing. A lot of it is about starting the new year into the pandemic and the board of trustees, and a lot about Michael Schill. Though I would say that he continues to dominate a lot of the content.
On the Instagram side, which is no affiliation with the Facebook group, at EdgyUO's moderator, Karen Steele, 2020 graduate, created their account in February 2019 and modeled it like the Facebook group. They originally ran the account anonymously, but after graduating was okay with being known. Content was originally just from the Facebook group, but eventually they decided to post their own memes, as well as posting follower-submitted ones. Steele has also included political memes to be posted and embraced it. Some people have asked about not being political on the page, Steele said. For me, personally, as a woman and in the LGBTQ community, it's impossible to remain silent about human rights. Human rights are not opinions when we're talking about people, like trans rights. Throughout the summer, memes have ranged from politics on the local and national level, ranging from the UO's announcements about returns to campus and the national response to COVID-19. The pages are not as active or as fiery as they were at the end of spring, but it remains a place for laughs and pointed commentary on the community.